Yo, what up? This is long overdue. I think the last podcast when I looked at it was 4 months ago. It was with my boy Abiola. It was a good one. I mean, I actually we went into depth a little bit about some of the creative spaces here in Omaha, and so I felt like before the year ends, I need to get at least one more out. I want to get out a few more podcasts or shows, but at least one. So this is it. This is kind of just recapping, what's been happening and what is to come of the Altr show, which is highlighting perspectives from creatives, and it's pretty much everyone because everyone is creative. It's just how you see creativity in front of you, and artists are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm a creative," but other people are like, "I'm not creative," but they are. You can work as a banker, an accountant, and you're creative with how you handle funds. I mean, not illegally, but shit, even that's creative if you do it illegally. But that's just some of the that's just a little bit of what I want to come out of this show, and it's definitely a process of it. I find it hard to create, uh, or I find it hard to create a space for my project, whereas normally I'm like doing it for someone else, which is easier because they're paying me. But eventually I'm going to be able to make, I'm going to be able to monetize this. And so I was like, what? I need to plan and prioritize this in my schedule just as I plan and prioritize clients. And so I'm a client. When you get paid, you pay yourself first. That's something I actually learned. I knew about it, I just never implemented it. So when I get paid, I pay myself 40% of my paycheck goes towards investments, and so that goes towards me, my family. But again, that's a new thing that I'm like trying to implement, trying to grow in, and so in that same vein, I want to do the same thing with writing down and prioritizing my projects, my personal ones, which are very, very powerful to me. So I know they're gonna have value later on down the line. To me personally, I just know with my little brothers and sisters, like my nieces and nephews, I know they're gonna like seeing that their uncle, brother is putting out content that's like, oh dang, yo, Uncle Ed put this out. Let's listen to it. So this Alter show is a part of that. I actually have a gaming um, company that I created. I'm not making games. I'm not a gaming studio, but it's just a community that I realized was happening organically. I was like, you know what? I need to actually make this into a thing so that my nieces, or not nieces, my nephews and my little brother and them can make money off of this later on down the line because they're playing games. So I started Twitch streaming. I started streaming through Twitch and made the gaming company, which is Munch Gaming. The name actually comes from a cousin of mine that passed away. He and I used to always play Madden. We played Madden. He played FIFA a little bit, but it was for sure Madden where me and him kind of grew our relationship and competitiveness. And he would share like information with me as far as like how to handle parents, how to handle teachers, how to handle situations that weren't always in our control, but how to stay like a stand up gentleman in it. And so I use the name Munch because he was like my first mentor. He's like Munch was like my first mentor. So he was like I said, an older cousin of mine. He passed away. He was shot. I want to say, I think 2013. So it was a while ago, but he made a huge impact on me when I was a teenager. And he was getting kicked out of his baby mom's crib, and he would come stay over at our crib, and I had a couch in my room, so he would sleep on the couch. And I would wake up in the middle of the night when he popped up. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you got kicked out again? He was like, yeah, she tripping. And then he was like, yo, you mind if I play Madden? I'd be like, yeah, let's play. And I would jump on. And so we would be playing. He'd be just telling me about what's going on. And so I learned a lot from him, but he was like my first mentor. And so I wanted to use I want to use his wisdom that he placed on me, and name it after him. And so because I have those same conversations with my little brother, with my nephews when we're playing the game. Like our game is Fortnite, so we were playing Fortnite, and I kind of realized I was in that same mentor space with them. I'm like, oh, this is like a space where I can talk to them, where they can feel comfortable because we're playing the game, and not a lot of adults play games with them like that. And so they would share with me stuff that was happening, and I would just kind of like ask them how they handled it. It's just funny, but they getting a little too comfortable with like they're not disrespecting me. They just be saying some slick stuff to like, Ed, you're a bot, you're a butt at the game. And I'm like, hey, relax. So now I've been kicking them out the party, and now they kind of watch what they say because they're like, I don't want to get kicked. So they've been watching what they saying. I'm like, yo, y'all not used to getting beat up. So like, I know y'all need to watch what y'all saying because I come over there right now. But they understand like it's all love. But yeah, I created it because I'm meeting them where they're at, and I know that their parents are there. But when they feel comfortable and they're talking about something who isn't judging them or who's just kind of just being an ear, I know that is a powerful thing because my cousin, he was powerful for me as like I said, a mentor. And I didn't even consider him a mentor until later on. I was like, dang, Munch is like my first mentor. And so that is one thing that I created. I want to say I created that in, what was that? I think it was June. Yeah, it was recent. And then I got affiliated. So when you stream on Twitch, you get the opportunity to make money. And then I got my first payout like 3 months after that. So I was paid out. You have to make $100 through the game or through streaming in order to get paid through PayPal. So I was like, it kind of happened kind of fast. And I got these opportunities that got offered to me through certain streaming websites, Stream Elements, Streamlabs, but they give you opportunities to make money if you host a game or if you do a stream on a certain type of game. You can make money if people sign up. And so I have a few of those, and I'm like, dang, this is kind of crazy, but it's kind of moving. But again, the community is where I want to build for the kids, because if you build a community and if the kids are the ones running it, then they feel like they're a part of it. There's ownership of over that. It isn't like this come and go thing. It's like, no, we're building thing, and I want to show them like the power of entrepreneurship in real time, because they were there. I set up a Zoom meeting, or not Zoom, a Discord meeting. And I actually no, we were all on Fortnite. It was like I think 9 of them. We were all on Fortnite, and I was like, all right, guys, got much gaming, and they're like, all right, yeah, I want to be part. But that was in the summer, and then school started, and then they can't be at like they don't stream as much or they don't play as much because they're part of school, which is great. But when they do game, there's still the community there. So we have like a chat that's ongoing. I think it's through Instagram. Yeah, Instagram chat, and we just kind of, yo, who getting on, and then you just have conversations. Like my cousin Adrian, he's like 18, but he's like a little. To me, he's like my nephew, but he's my cousin. My boy's 18, so he think he grown, but he not grown. But it's cool. So building that up, Munch Gaming, and then obviously my business. I have clients where I'm doing some great work. A lot of stuff I can't talk about right now because it's still in development. But my wife's business, Develop Basketball, is a client of mine, I guess. I mean, it really is. Like, I actually have a case study over it, so it definitely, they're a client. Her growth is going crazy. She was just in the paper, the Omaha World Herald, which is, it's a pretty big publication here locally. Actually, it is the publication. I think the Lincoln Journal Star or something, or the Journal Star Lincoln Journal Star is Lincoln's Omaha World Herald. But yeah, it's just the work that we're doing is being highlighted because it's honest work, and it's not like something you can't manufacture when someone is doing something with a passion. So seeing the attention being shined on it was really, really dope. And it's, I guess it's affirmation. That's one of my love languages, affirmation. So when I see something being, highlighted at like a huge community level, I love that. I'm like, man, that's tight. Like, cause I know what we're doing it needs to be highlighted. So when I see it, I'm like, yeah, I should be highlighting that, cause that's good. So that's one of the other things, and just um, in general, I think people are getting a handle on how COVID and Panini or the pandemic. Panini is a funny nickname for it, but people are getting a handle on how to handle it. A handle on how to handle it, which is good to me. I think that if we can learn how to, humans, we're the most adaptable. We adapt to everything, and so being able to adapt in a space like this, I think, is crucial for moving forward. But sometimes, people, we can find excuses on why we can't do something, and I'd rather not. I'd rather be like, yo, what's the fastest way to get to this? You take tests and you do that? Because my daughter, we actually went to Cancun. My wife's parents, they renewed their vows. It was literally a wedding, though. She was like, it's not a wedding. It's a small ceremony. This is a wedding. They had engagement. They had pictures before the wedding or the vow renewal. It was crazy, but it was dope. I took pictures. I did some video stuff there. It was amazing. I can't even hate that she lied and said it was a small ceremony, but it was literally a wedding reception. I talked to the lady in the kids area. They was like, "Yeah, we had 3 weddings today. I think you guys had one, right?" I was like, "Yeah, it was a wedding," but just being able to have my daughter down there. Me and my wife, we got the vaccine shot, and we had our cards and being able to travel. I'm like, oh, like this. There isn't. Only thing we had to do, we had to answer these questions, and you had to have your vaccine cards to travel. Which I see why people don't want to do that. It's because they don't want people to tell them they have to put something in their body. Because if you could take a test and not have to, and you can see if they don't have COVID, I think that's even better. But you got so many scientists working on these tests and working on the vaccines. I think that they're gonna have a test that's pretty quick. You got everyone, almost every scientist in the world working on vaccines and testing, doing the same thing. That means that they're spending the most time ever in history on one single uh, uh, virus. Is it a virus? COVID-19, whatever COVID-19 is. They're all spending all that time on that. So like that just doubles and doubles and doubles and triples. So that means that they're gonna find it faster. That's why they got a vaccine so fast, because everyone was working on the same thing, sharing the same data. Internet now is connected where you can share the same shit. And so just we're gonna get somewhere so where we can operate not normally, but a new normal. I know people hate that word, but I like change. Growth is good. I actually had a post today. I said growth looks good on you. Wear it with honor and pride. Like why would you not want to grow? Like I love Drake, but his song No New Friends, it's just a song. It's not like a lifestyle. For him, it probably is a little bit, but he got new friends. He didn't have the friends as Toronto Raptors, uh, management, and all of that stuff until he really blew up and was really repping for Toronto. Them is new friends, but what I'm getting at is growth looks good. So the ability to work and travel for me is like a blessing. I'm like, damn, we could travel. I was down there. I was kind of doing some work down there. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm waking up. I'm like at this desk and I can kind of move and like I roll the chair back and I can see outside and it's like the ocean. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this shit is tight. So just seeing that and seeing the opportunity or seeing what the future can hold as far as like my business, I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna be dope because I'm gonna be able to travel throughout the world and see the world like I've never seen it before, but also work and do what I love and spend time with the people that I love. And so I'm just like, I'm very, very optimistic for the future. Some people are a little bit more, they say realistic. I think when you be realistic, you're being realistic, but like you're also like, I don't know. I feel like you're like ruining it a little bit. But you can be a little bit more happier about the futures that's coming instead of, well, you gotta plan. Like, yeah, you're gonna plan. Let's plan for being happy too. How about that? Let's be all right. Let's say a happy realistic. Let's make that a new thing. I'm happily realistic. Oh, that actually might hit. I like that. That's something that's good. So I could rock with that. But yeah, man, new ways of working, new ways of collaborating, new ideas, new. Oh, I got into crypto heavy. I got in. I had a few podcasts. I talked about it. A few shows where I was talking specifically about crypto with my boy Ryan. We were talking about the Wall Street bets and how they. I actually made some money on AMC, but I was into crypto right after that. Like I was, I think Doge was going crazy because Elon Musk was tweeting at night, and he was making the market go crazy. I think he was in it. I think his wallet was making stuff go up. But I made some money on that too. It was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. Every time he tweet, I had put his tweets on notification, and then when it came in, boom, I bought, and that shit shot up, and like within 2 minutes, I sold, and it just went down. I was like, yeah, boy, it's like a synthetic casino. So I got into crypto recently. I actually got into it like investment wise, like not to try to get out of it. So I'm looking at the utility behind a lot of the crypto that I'm buying in because NFTs went crazy since our last conversation or since my last episode. uh NFTs was the rage. The big one obviously was the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Then after that, I think it was the Cool Cats, and then it went to World of Women, which was I was so close to buying one, and then I was like, dang, I was like, I want to get one of these. 'Cause I didn't see any women NFTs, and then Gary V he like retweeted one, and I went back and looked at the floor price, and it shot up. I was like, no, I had like $600 I could put in it. The floor price shot to like 1 ETH, which is like $3,000. And I was like, oh my god, I'll never get one because I didn't. You got to get in those early to try to like kind of get the value out of it. But I ended up getting some of the projects that were affiliated with Gary V's V Friends, just where they were like the PFP. I forget exactly what that is, but basically they're just like his V Friends get I think it was 555 random V Friends. They get things dropped to them, airdrop to them from other projects that wanted to collaborate. I'm not a V friend, but I did get the book NFT. So if you bought 12 books from his new book, you'd get NFTs. And actually, I'm pretty sure it got delivered yesterday. Today's the first. I think mine got delivered yesterday. Let me check. I'm pretty sure. I got an email said something about and it's over Chef's parents' house. And I forgot to even go over there. Yep. Let's see. Delivered November 30th. You've reached. Okay, let's see. See? Yep. Wow, they dropped the books off. That's hilarious. Look. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. That's right in their front yard or their front porch. So it got delivered. But yes. So I do have that. I don't know what that actually entails. I need to go back into the Discord so see exactly when I'll get airdropped that book NFT. I don't even know what it is. I think it is. I don't know what it's gonna be. Gary V's very secret about certain things, but as he should, he's really good at executing on a lot of the stuff that he's talking about. His V Friends collection is amazing. People get access specifically to his event, which is all the rage because he just gives away information that's so valuable. But what's most valuable is his network. And being a V friend holder or whatever, you get access to a lot of things, which is dope. So I probably won't get a V friend version or round one. I'll try to get one V2, his V Friends V2. But we'll see. I don't know. Like that's gonna be really, really hard to get in. But yeah, NFTs went crazy. But in crypto, I just actually last night. It's funny, all this stuff is happening recently. But the chillin' chameleons, they announced that being a chillin' chameleons holder, you're gonna be able to have access to a crypto slash. I think it's only crypto, but it's basically investment. I think stocks are in there too, but just an investment training. If you're a holder, you get free access to that. in which if you're not, then you pay $1,000 to get access to this training. And so having one of those NFTs is definitely, that's utility behind it. So people providing utility behind these NFTs just kind of shows the value of them. And so this whole Web3 space is so dope that when you're early into it, you can kind of obviously benefit. But being early means that you can kind of become a, not leader, but you could just become privy to information where you can help people who are coming on the back end. So I'm definitely excited about that too. Like, it's just crazy because there's a whole bunch of stuff that just kind of been happening, but consistent with the business growth, consistent with my personal growth. I was in the gym every morning, 4 a.m. for like, I want to say a week and a half, 2 weeks straight. And then after that, downhill. I haven't been back to the gym since, boy. So I need to pick that up. Today is December 1st. You know what? I'm going to be in the gym today. I said it. Lifting gym, not the basketball gym. Lifting gym. I'm going to go run a mile today, and I'm going to work out. Make sure I don't pass out, because every time I try to go back after taking the slack off, or after I slacked off, I be seeing spots. I'm like, what am I doing? I haven't been here. Why am I trying to go so hard? So today's the day, though. I'm going to get back on my routine. It's easy to start things when it's the first of the month or the first day of the week or whatever. That's why New Year's is such a big thing, because it's a great starting point. Even though it doesn't matter where you start at, the calendar kind of helps you start. So this will help me start back up. So yeah, great things. Growth looks good on you. Wear that shit with pride. So that's kind of what I wanted to get out. I don't necessarily. I got a lot of stuff I could talk about, but I'll save that for when I bring on some guests that I have lined up. This is just a small update because I haven't had one in 4 months, which I need an update. Oh yeah, this is my studio, my office / studio. Maybe my wife uses it, but pretty much I use it. I stream from here. But I have it set up, and I was like, why haven't I recorded a podcast? I've been waiting to get all this shit set up, and I never did it. So I'll do a what I have later. But yeah, so now I can put out more of these instead of just, like, I literally recorded a podcast this morning, and I was like, what am I doing? I should record one for mine. Bring these guests on. I have it right here. So thank you guys for watching, or thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube, and make sure you follow and share the podcast, because not this one. This one's kind of just an update, but and I'm gonna label this update, so they can be like, I don't listen to that one. Other one, I'll have people on who are very, very informative in their field, because I'm gonna bring people on who have a great perspective of work that they do that is very, very experienced. So, all right, guys, appreciate you for listening. I think I already said that. Peace.